So, welcome to the video, everybody. I am James, and today I am doing my top 10 Indian movies. Now, each month this year, I've been doing a different focus. So, January was African movies. Next month is going to be a couple Asian movies or half the Asian movies. I've done like a half the European movies. I've done a South American movies in February. So, there's been a lot of different sections, right? And for my Indian movies, I wanted to do 1 month just for Indian movies. I felt like I had a lot of requests to do Indian movies from people, and also I just felt like it deserved its own month. I didn't want to just do three Indian movies within an Asian month. I wanted to do an Indian month, which I did. I don't know how many movies I ended up watching, but it's definitely more than 20, if not 30, I think. And there was a lot of quality, a lot of quality. I also branched out. I didn't just do recent ones. I did like a lot of old ones as well. So yeah, with that being said, let's just get into it. Let's go. My top 10. Now, just a disclaimer, I might also get lots of names wrong. I'm sorry if I do. I'm sorry if I do. But in 10th, we have Swades or Swades. Swades? I don't know. But we have Swades. This was a good one. I really like this one. There's a guy in this one, the main guy, who I saw in quite a few movies actually, so I got very familiar with him. But yeah, this one was just really nice. It had a good message. The location was lovely. It was lovely to see like the place it was set. I like the story, the songs. Now, some of these movies, I'll be honest, the songs I wasn't a huge fan of, but in this one I did like the songs. And yeah, it was maybe a little bit too long because it's like 3 hours something, 3 hours eight, I think. But the movie was great, and I really, really loved it. It's a really nice movie. I can see myself watching it again. I would recommend it to everyone. It was really nice. I would definitely watch it again. That was a good one. So yeah, Swades is 10. Ninth, we have one called Kumbalangi Nights. I don't know. Again, that's definitely said it wrong. But this one I loved. And this is also one that I feel like if I watched it again, it could end up being maybe second or third on this list. When I watched it, I was quite tired, and I did, I did watch it fully. I wasn't paying half attention. But if I watched it again, I feel like I could really like this one a lot. I mean, it is ninth, it is very high anyway, but it's about a group of brothers, and I'm a brother myself, so that kind of was very nice. And I think there was something about it that where like, they all have different disadvantages in different ways, and there was something really nice about that. Even their like partners, I can't remember how specifically, but their partners were also quite different. I think one was America, and they all had their reasons why they didn't fit in, but they fit in within the family, and there was something really nice about that. It wasn't too long. It was very short. Actually, it was like an hour, maybe 2 hours, hour 50, maybe 2 hours 10, something around there. But yeah, it was just really nice. The outcome was great, and it was just a really, really nice story. So in eighth is one called Chayulata. I said it the same 3 times. I don't know why I didn't even try and change it. This one is under 2 hours from what I remember. Just under 2 hours. It's from 1964. And it's about a husband who realizes his wife is maybe a bit sad and gets his cousin to look after her, spend more time with her. As you can imagine, things get a bit spicy, and maybe there's kind of like a forbidden love that happens. It's just, I don't want to go into it, but it's just a really nice story. Again, it's under 2 hours, and it's from 1964, so I don't know. I'll be honest, a little spoiler. I did kind of lean / prefer the Indian movies from like the 60s, 50s. I don't know why, there was something about like the point of view of those and like the way it was portrayed, which just felt really real and really genuine. That's not to say I didn't like the more recent ones, and there are some on this list, but I did really love the ones from back in the day. In seventh is Om Shanti Om, which I actually didn't watch this month, but I watched it last year, and it's stuck in my heart, that one. That's one of the only movies that I've watched. I've just been like, I love this. Like, I liked it was a musical. The time I didn't mind. The story was great. It was just like, it just embraced itself, and it knew what it was. It wasn't too silly, and I loved it. I loved every second of it. Also, I have to say, some of the songs are very catchy, like very, very catchy. And yeah, it's seventh place, guaranteed seventh. I probably want to put it higher if I'm honest, but yeah, Om Shanti Om I love it. It's one of my faves. So in sixth is one called The Big City. It's from 1963. It's about 2 hours 15, I think. And basically the story is about a wife. Bear in mind it's in the 60s, if not said before. But it's about a wife who ends up being the breadwinner for a family, providing for a family. And as you can imagine, that is not good for back in those times. But it's a very authentic display, probably a very important display considering when it was released. And yeah, it was just really fascinating to watch. Acting wise, it was brilliant. It was just, I loved it. I loved every second of it. Again, I mean, I would watch all of these again, but that one is one specifically I would love to watch again. And yeah, I loved that one. That was a top for my list, very top. And that's why it's sixth. In five is one that I thought had no chance getting this high, and it's called Eega, as in EEGA, right? It's from 2012. I think it's like 215 again, 215. And it's basically about a guy who dies, right? He's in love with this person, someone else loves her as well. So he dies and turns into a fly. And then while he's a fly, he kind of protects her. And it's amazing. Like, I wouldn't expect it to be as funny or work as well it is, because it's literally about a guy who becomes a fly. Like, literally a house fly. Like, he doesn't talk, he doesn't got super strength, he's just a fly. But it's amazing, it's so funny, and like, I don't know, I haven't recommended it to anyone yet, but I really want to get someone else to watch it just to see how crazy it is. And when I say crazy, I mean that in the best way possible. But yeah, Eega, definitely fifth. Again, I say this about all of them. I want to put it higher, but fifth is fair. Fifth is fair. In fourth is one I heard a lot about. Probably the one I knew most about going into this month was RRR. Now, I feared it was going to get a bit too silly or a bit too over the top, but it kind of was exactly where it needed to be. And that was very over the top, but it kind of needed to do that. The action is outstanding. Like, I'm almost worried to watch John Wick back, because I feel like John Wick's now going to be like inferior in comparison to this. I'll be honest, I was worried that it would be a bit too overhyped for me, because I've heard so much about it that I was worried I would put it on and it would disappoint. But that's not true at all. I loved every second of it. It also is like so many different movies in one. There's a bit where they're at war. There's a bit where it's like, they save someone from the bridge. There's so many stuff like smashed together that like, even if it's not for you, it's hard to deny how fun it is. So yeah, definite fourth place. In third is one that I also didn't watch this month, but I watched it last year and loved it, was Three Idiots. Now, I feel like this is potentially one that should be first place because it's so great. The only problem for me is that it's a little bit too long. It is a little bit too long. I don't mind 3 hour long movies, and it is first, so obviously don't hate it. But they do kind of make it very hard to watch it again, because you're never going to just put on a 3 hour movie for fun, right? But the movie itself and the story and the comedy and the actors, I love Three Idiots. The ending's great. I love the bit when on the phone and they're talking. There's so much I love about it. There's some nice messages in there about education and what to prioritize. I don't know. I just remember loving that movie, and I needed to put it on this list, even though I didn't watch it this month. In second, only two left. In second is one I did not expect to be on this list. I thought it was going to be a poor, weak movie. And I don't think it's even that well known, if I'm honest. It's called Quan, or Quan? Quan? I don't know how to say it. But it's got a question mark at the end. It's a 90-minute thriller. It's on YouTube, and I loved it. And when I say I loved it, like, I was blown away by it. I won't give anything away. I don't even want to hint at it. But it had me on the edge of my seat, and there's something that happens in it which I did not expect. And I'm very excited to watch it again now knowing what happens. But yeah, if you haven't seen that movie, please check it out. That was the one I recommend most from this list, even though it's number 2. And number 1 is actually 3 movies, and it's a trilogy. I was going to put them on this separately, and then I kind of decided to condense it to make it to give me more movies to pick from. But these 3 movies, if I was doing them separately, they probably would be 1, 2, and 3. I loved every one of them. And I also watched the first one without realizing the other 2 were connected. And it is the Apu trilogy. From the 50s, we have Panther Panchali, we have Apu Sansa, which is actually the third one, actually. And we have one which is called Aparajito. All 3 of them are brilliant. And each one follows the same guy, or the same boy, same character. The first one, he's a boy. The second one, he's like a teenager, young adult. And the third one, he's like a 30, 40-year-old. And each one, he kind of goes through different experiences. A lot of anguish, a lot of struggle. And it's just very authentic, very real. And the 3 of them being connected just added such a connection. I don't know why. It just really touched the heart. Like, for example, in the first one, he has his, sister, his mum, his dad. In the third one, he's just on his own a little bit. And he mentions his sister, and you're like, oh man, I saw him with his sister 2 movies ago. And it's just really well done. I can't explain how much I love those ones. I'm definitely watching those again at some point this year. And it's just They're great. I think they're called the Apu trilogy. Panther and Charlie's the first one. They're all about 2 hours as well. They're not too long either, and they're really good, really genuine, and really organic. And the struggle and the dynamics, and it's just really good. It's really, really good. It's a very nice portrayal. So yeah, that is my definite number one Indian movie. Some shout outs though. Devdas was good. Throw of the Dice was good. I can't remember what his name now, but there was one that was like about a blind man who like witnesses a crime. That was really good. There was one called The Chess Players, which was good, but not quite as good as I hoped it would be. But yeah, a lot of great Indian movies. If you have any ideas for any others I could watch, give me some shout outs, give me some ideas in the comments. But yeah, even if not, the Indian movies definitely lived up to what I was hoping they would be. And yeah, it was a fantastic, fantastic visit. Thank you for watching. I've been James. Next month is Asian month, so give me some ideas for that as well. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. I've been James. Bye.